I'm Barb, Maple PhD. I'm an astronomer and a board gamer, which means I see the universe in everything I do, including board games. In this segment, I am taking a look at astronomy that I find in non-astronomy themed board games. This time I'm looking at The Loop. The Loop is a cooperative game where players are chasing Dr. Foe all throughout history and the future in order to prevent him from becoming the master of the universe? I don't know, we're trying to defeat him. This is a cooperative game, like I said, and it follows, a similar arc to many cooperative games where on a player's turn you have bad things happening, and then the player gets to take actions in order to try and mitigate some of the bad things that have happened. In this game, the bad things that happen include adding more of Dr. Foe's duplicates to the board and dropping a few cubes into his machine. Wherever those land in history, it creates a time rift. And if you get too many rifts in a particular era of history, you get a vortex, which is not good. If you get 4 vortexes, everybody loses the game. The player actions come from cards in their hand, and the actions include things like dropping energy on the board, which can help you do additional actions later on, or moving around the board, moving duplicates around, where if you move a duplicate into the era where it originated, it will be destroyed. And you can also repair some of those rifts in the timeline in order to try and prevent those vortexes from happening. In addition to the player's turn, everyone is working toward a number of different goals in order to try and win the game. At any given time, there are 2 goals that are out, and there are various tasks on those goals, which can include things like surrounding Dr. Foe with your agents, or removing rifts from different eras in history. If the players are able to collectively complete all of the tasks on 4 different goals, they'll win the game. Now, at the end of a player's turn, wherever they have ended their turn, they'll be in a specific era, and there may be some artifacts there that they can pick up and add to their deck. These artifacts include things like a quantum bandage and Cerebrum the dog. And it was one of those artifacts that caught my attention in this game, and that is Galileo's telescope. Now, Galileo is probably very famous for his telescope, and he did indeed use one, but he did not invent the telescope. In fact, they had been used before he turned it to the heavens for more earthbound observations, including military uses. But Galileo was part of a group of astronomers who heard about telescopes and turned them to the heavens in order to see what they could find. And one of the reasons we probably know about Galileo is he started making sketches of the things he saw and rushed to publish those sketches to share them with the world. A couple of the things that he discovered included the fact that the moon is not a perfect sphere. Now, there was this belief at the time that everything in the heavens was a perfect sphere, didn't have any nicks or anything on it. They should just look, perfectly smooth. But when Galileo looked at the moon, he saw craters and mountains, meaning it wasn't perfect. It had these imperfections on it. Another belief of the time is that everything orbited the Earth. And another thing that Galileo saw was that Jupiter had moons that were orbiting Jupiter, not the Earth. And that's probably one of the things that got him into a little bit of trouble. But he did have, even though he didn't invent the telescope, he did share with the world many of these great discoveries that he had made and thought about what those implications were of those discoveries. So the next time you're playing The Loop and you see Galileo's telescope come out, I recommend going and trying to add it to your deck and becoming an astronomer yourself. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into some unexpected astronomy. I'll be back again next month with something else. In the meantime, though, you can go find me on my YouTube channel, Maple PhD, and I'm also on Instagram and Blue Sky as Maple PhD. Otherwise, grab a cup of tea and enjoy the rest of your tea time.